What's going on, guys and gals? This is Autotech. I decided to throw the thermal gear on this morning and head out to the Kananaskis area. It's definitely the beginnings of fall because it's not very warm out. It's not a whole lot above freezing, and as you can see, the leaves are starting to change, and that awful season is on the way. Today we are on our way to Powderface Trail, which I believe is just around this bend. I haven't been here for a while. And then we are going to be installing the 360 camera onto the fuel rail there, or the fuel bars, and then we're off to the races. All right, got the 360 camera there. Hopefully the footage turns out and it's not just shaky as hell. Put my phone in the ram mount. Hopefully that doesn't go flying. And we are off to the races. So this Powderface Trail seems to be a pretty popular one when it comes to the adventure community around the Calgary area. A lot of people seem to enjoy hitting it. I know FNG and I went and did it, I want to say like June, something like that, and we didn't end up really getting much for decent footage, so I was like, well, I need to come back out here at some point and get some better footage of it. And as you can tell, it's pretty bumpy at some points. But we've got the off-road mode turned on, so a little bit of wheel slip is allowed. And I'm just kind of doing the dual camera setup thing just in case the 360 footage doesn't turn out. I really haven't actually used that camera too terribly much since I got it. I just find it's awkward to use because it's not so user friendly. Like I either have to have my phone set up or I have to basically just watch for the red light and hope for the best. And then the recording process is a bit of a, or not the recording, the editing process kind of sucks a little bit. So that's just why I haven't really used it too much. And I find a lot of people it's really hit or miss. People either really enjoy the 360 stuff or they hate it. I'm not seeing a in between when it comes to the comments. So whatever. This isn't a 360 review video though. This is a Powderface Trail ride. So why don't you guys sit back and enjoy the scenery. Isn't that just something, eh? Really nice. I like that this road isn't too well traveled. I know Monday to Friday there's like gravel trucks and logging trucks and stuff like that come through the area. So you know, I think weekend travel is kind of the more advisable thing, just because of you know, like if you're barreling around one of those corners and then suddenly there's a truck that takes up 78% of the road, well, that can lead to a panic situation. It's safe to say fall is pretty well in full effect out here. You know, you can even tell from you know, the entrance there where I started filming, and stuff's starting to get a lot yellower as we go. I always find this area is like, it's a solid like 10 to 15 degrees colder than in the city. You know, like I've been snowed on, and this spits us out at that Highwood Pass. If you remember my Scenic Route video that I did of the Highwood Pass, this actually spits us out towards the tail end of that, and you know, I've been snowed on there like at the end of July. So I mean, like, the elevation is definitely there.
know you're asking yourself, why aren't we going over there? You know, it's a great photo spot. Got the mountains behind the bike, but you know, what's over there? And you see the sign, no motorized vehicles beyond this point. Yeah, there's no cops out here, but you gotta like respect the rules, because if you abuse it, that's when they close stuff like this down. You know, I'm not one to usually follow rules and stuff, but it ruins it for everybody, right? A lot of the off-road areas out here, like in the Calgary area, got shut down because of grad campers and stuff. You know, I hate to point the finger at them, but you know, they would bring junk cars out here, run them through the bushes, and then light them on fire and leave them. So in turn, the government just shuts down a lot of the area. So this stretch actually isn't too terribly long. Like, it's only, I want to say, like 60 kilometers or something like that. So it's, you know, it's definitely not like an all-day event. You know, it takes you about 45 minutes to get to Bragg Creek, or no, not about 45, about 45 to that gate, we'll say. And then from there, you know, to get back to the number one or whatever, you know, you're really only looking at a hour, maybe an hour and a half. So it's, you know, not an all-day thing. You can come out here, you know, have a little fun, and get back in time to do your household type stuff. Well, that was close. At the front end kind of kick out there. They've like re-graveled this or something since the last time I've been out here, so this section's a lot looser. Yeah, you know, nothing happened though, so we're all right. not gonna lie, adventure riding is kind of not as fun solo. Just kind of talking to you guys, talking to myself, thinking about what I'm up to, you know, and just, yeah, that's about it. So, you know, it's definitely not as fun as having somebody with you. And you definitely push yourself a little harder when you got somebody with you, you know, because it's kind of like you're not necessarily even racing each other. It's just, you know, you want to do better than the other guy. So, you know how that goes. And also, if something goes wrong, you're not by yourself, because don't kid yourself, we're a long ways away from cell phone reception. And to walk out of here, it would probably be a full day, you know, so unless somebody comes by and can offer assistance, you're kind of out in the wilderness here. So, you know, I've definitely been putting like beacons or you know, like those SOS transmitters on the budget, you know, researching what different kinds to get and stuff like that, because then you know, if something does happen and I break my leg out here in the ditch or whatever, I mean, I can just set off that emergency beacon and you know, light a cigarette and wait for assistance to arrive in 1 to 2 hours, maybe even 3. So, you know, just because you got a beacon with you, you know, you could bleed to death before anybody even gets to you, unless, you know, you got somebody with you that knows how to help you out. Now, don't let any of that sort of stuff scare you. You know, I'm not saying that to scare anybody. You know, that's a very real possibility. Just anytime you're out in the wilderness, like you could be hiking and slip on a log and, you know, simply break your leg, and you know, you didn't fall any sort of amazing feat or anything like that. You know, it's just a simple mishap, broke your ankle, and now it's, you know, that simple 6-hour walk suddenly becomes an impossible feat, you know, on one leg. So, you know, it's just anytime you're out in the wilderness and stuff like that, you just gotta kind of be mindful of what you're doing, let someone know where you're going so you don't end up like 72 hours. And, you know, just kind of be smart about it. So I'm definitely making a leisurely go of this, you know, stopping every 20 minutes or so, getting some photos for the gram. And I just thought about something that was worth bringing up to you guys. If you're a smoker like me, you know, I think a lot of people are smokers, and don't let anybody tell you it's bad. But if you're out here, you got to be careful with your butts. You know, like I don't flick them. I don't even like dropping them. I like set them on the ground, and then I make sure, like, I'm grinding them into the ground, rolling them back and forth, making sure they are 100% out. Because it seems like every summer for the last few years, the world's just looking for an excuse to start on fire. So, you know, definitely be careful of your cigarette butts. You know, I know throwing them on the ground is bad, but, you know, you get the idea. So I checked the map while we were there. Somehow it actually updated, and yeah, we're definitely on the tail stretch of this journey now. I kind of thought we were, because I remember the road becoming a lot better once you're getting towards the north end of it. So that kind of sucks, but as you can see, I mean, it's definitely a short but sweet kind of adventure. I'm definitely excited to see how the 360 footage turned out. I'm really hoping it turned out great and isn't just a shaky mess. I haven't watched any of the playbacks yet on my phone, so I didn't want it to ruin it part way and be like, oh man, this sucks. I'll leave it till the end, and then I'll be like, oh, it was all for nothing. Oh yeah. I'm gonna have to decide how that's going to get scheduled. Whether I show this one first, and then you'll be like, oh man, did it turn out? Or if I show the other one first, and then you'll be watching this one, and you'll be like, oh, I already know, long before he did. And this clearing means the end of the fun, sadly. There's a little bit of, gravel kind of getting back to the main stretch there, but, yeah, nothing too amazing. I was kind of hoping to get a photo in front of that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can get up on there. Just got to get turned around without dumping the bike. These cows are like, what is this guy doing? Oh, someone's scared. Yep, I'll be eating you later. So that marks the end of our journey there, guys and gals. That was the Powderface Trail, which connects Bragg Creek to Highway 68, which is that highway right there. And then, from there you can either, head straight back to Calgary or, do as you please. If you like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hopefully there's a couple more of these adventures before the season is out. And hopefully the 360 footage actually turned out all right. Guess we'll see. Thanks for taking the time and watching. Hit that subscribe button.